Hello everybody, welcome back to Making It Up. I'm Isa, and if you're a fan of Katie Jane Hughes, then you have come to the right place because today I'm switching things up, and instead of doing makeup the way I like to do it, I'm gonna be doing makeup the way Katie Jane Hughes does makeup. She is very well known for doing nice, flawless, dewy skin. I would say like her style is very approachable. If you don't know who Katie Jane Hughes is, she is a celebrity makeup artist, and she is the GOAT. Honestly, I just love everything that she does. She has her own YouTube channel now, and I've been learning so much from her. So today I decided I wanted to just test her techniques out and like change some things around and try to do makeup her way. So crossing my fingers that everything works out and I look as good as she does at the end of every single one of her videos. So let's get started. I think Katie's focus for the most part is always like minimal product for a full look. So she likes to use as little as possible and multitask with the product. So if she's using a bronzer, she'll use it as like bronzer, contour, and an eye product. If she's using a blush, she'll either do, like a full monochrome look, or she'll do blush and then apply that to her lips. Like she plays a lot with that. It makes things a lot quicker. So that's something that I'm going to be trying today. I usually just love to pull out everything and use a different product for every single step, but that's because I enjoy the process of makeup. But I think this could be a fun challenge for me. And another thing that Katie does that I think is very peculiar but totally makes sense is that she does her brows first. I don't know, sometimes I feel like why would I do that if I'm just gonna go on with makeup on top, and that could mess them up. But if you apply a lot of makeup and like skincare and everything and then you do your brows, there can be a buildup of product in the brow that will make the brows look not great. So today we're trying her way, and I'm gonna be using the Nabla Brow Ambition Micro Stroking Brow Pen. This is in the shade Warm Brown. I bought this because of Katie. She talks about this all the time. She does her brows her way. She has like very sparse brows, so she plays with it all the time. I don't really have that freedom. So I'm just gonna do my brows the way I do my brows. This is a really good pencil. Maybe the color isn't perfect for me. It's a little warm, but it was the only color available that would match me, so we're gonna ignore that. But look, it's very easy. Then I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Brow Lift. I don't know if she uses like a brow gel or anything. Haven't really seen her do her eyebrows, but this is a must in my specific routine, so I'm just gonna bop this all over the brows. I'm gonna do a little bit of skin prep for her. Skin prep is very important, and she's usually going in with something very emollient. And the product that she mostly uses is this Roche-Posay Hyalu B Aquagel SPF 30. This is amazing. I don't know if you can get it in the States yet, but I was able to get my hands on it here. And this is just perfect because it's your SPF, okay? But it's also so hydrating, but lightweight. Like, look at that glow that it gives. It's insane, right? So she uses this as prep a lot, on her at least, and I think it's genius because we all need our SPF, but it acts as a primer as well. Beautiful. I'm just gonna do a little bit of lip balm so that it marinates as I do everything else. I'm using the Naturium Phyto Glow Lip Balm, by the way, in the shade Nectar. Up next, she usually applies everything in a different order all the time. Sometimes she'll do like her complexion first, then go in with cheeks, then go with the eyes. Sometimes she'll do like eyes, cheeks, complexion. She does whatever she wants whenever she sees fit. And I think that's just because she's a genius. So let's start with the bronzer. She usually goes in with a cream bronzer. Today I'm gonna be using the Fenty Beauty Cream Bronzer. This is the shade Butter Biscuit. I haven't pulled this out in a while. I'm just applying this to the usual areas where I bronze. She definitely has a bronzer placement that's specific to her. She'll usually go into like here, like the little hole here. I see her do that all the time. And she says that she can contour with bronzer, but she will never bronze with contour. So that's kind of what I'm doing. This is a bronzer and I'm gonna bronze / contour with it. And I'm gonna mimic her placement a little bit, but not completely because our faces are different shapes. Also pulling this into the eyes for a quick wash of color and pulling up. And having that like priming base makes everything blend so easily. Now, moving on to blush, I'm using the Danessa Myricks Beauty Yummy Skin Blush in Rose and Brunch. It's beautiful. Katie Jane Hughes uses a lot of Danessa Myricks products, which I love, and she has used these blushes before, so obviously I'm gonna be using it. She loves blush. It's something that I have discovered in a lot of her looks and her videos. She will go in with a lot of blush, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'll do apple and back. And this is more of a pinky blush. Depending on the look, she'll obviously use different shades. It's beautiful. I know this looks like it's a lot of blush, and it is, but trust me, that's gonna be fixed because later I'm gonna go in with my concealer and clean up the area, so it's not gonna look as crazy as it does right now. But one other thing that she does is apply the blush to her lids if she's just going for an easy look. So why not? I'm gonna apply a little bit of the blush to the lids. I think that's gonna look super pretty, actually. Now it is time for the base, finally. And I'm just cleaning the hand with the Katie Jane Hughes and Spectrum little towel that comes with the brush kit, which I'm also going to be using a few of the brushes. I'm going to be doing a light base. She doesn't do a lot of coverage, honestly, at least on herself and on her videos. She rarely ever uses a foundation. Sometimes she'll use kind of like a skin tint or just pinpoint. Most of the time she is using a concealer to cover the areas that need to be covered and nothing else. So today I'm going to be using the Lancôme Teint Idôle Ultra Wear All Over Concealer in the shade Buff Neutral. It's super nice, and I'm gonna be using this and just applying it everywhere that needs a little bit of coverage, and I'm applying it with a brush. Obviously, going here on the under eyes because we do need it. A little bit of lift here. Anywhere where it's a little red and I don't want it to be a little red, we'll make sure to carve out down here and a little bit up here. Then I'm gonna go in with a Spectrum and Katie Jane Hughes brush. This is number 8, her favorite. It's really good. And just softly blending this in. And she uses a really, really soft touch always. That's a little hard for me to do sometimes, so I'm trying my best. But it is a little hard for me. Definitely being careful around the eyebrows because they're already done. And as you can see, the blush isn't looking as crazy as it was looking a little while ago. If I find that it's still looking a little intense, I'll just go over the edges with the brush that I used for the concealer and mix in a little bit of that concealer. And that really helps. Another thing that Katie does that I used to not do and I've started implementing is cleaning your brushes from residue or like excess. So if I feel like I have enough coverage or I want to do something else with a brush, I can just clean it and not have to grab for another brush. I think that is genius. I am currently looking a little bit too dewy for my taste, so I'm going to be setting a little bit. I'm going to be using the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Universal Blurring Balm Powder. Love this. She also uses this product. It is still a little confusing to me because the formula and the texture are so unique, but for now I'm just going to go grab a brush and stipple this in the areas that I want to blur. Do you see how that immediately, like, not mattified, but just blurred everywhere I wanted it to? It's like magic. It's really a cool product. Honestly, I could also add a bit of highlighter. She does love to add highlighter, but I'm feeling dewy, like pretty dewy at the moment. So I feel like I'm gonna stick just with the blush and the bronze. I feel like I've lost a little bit of the bronze, so I'm just gonna add some more. Now, I can just move on to the eyes. I could just stick to this, like a little bit of color with the blush and the bronzer. Just add a bit of mascara and be good to go. That's a look that Katie does a lot. She also sometimes adds a bit of a shimmer, just an all-over shimmer to the lid. And obviously I want to do that, so I'm going to be grabbing this Old Dose of Colors Block Party eyeshadow in Shall We Dance, which is a little pinky to go with the theme. I don't know if they make this one anymore. I don't think they do, but I want to use it, so just use whatever you have. I'm going to use the 15 brush from the Katie Jane Hughes and Spectrum kit because it is flat, but it's still a bit fluffy, and I'm just going to apply this all over the lid. I'm not gonna go into the primer. She usually just uses like a concealer to prime. I'm not a big fan of doing that, but today I just am lazy and don't want to prime, so we're adding this all over the lid for a bit of a sparkle, and it looks so cute. Ooh, it really, really does. Now that that's done, I'm gonna go in with the Tower 28. No, let me do eyeliner first. Sometimes she'll do mascara first and then do like a little wing, but I'm thinking I'm gonna do the wing first before the mascara. That's just easier for me. It's harder when I have my lashes. I don't know. Something about that doesn't work for me, but it works for her. So I'm gonna be using the Make It Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Whatever Black, and I'm just gonna be lazily tracing a wing. It's not gonna be too crazy. And something I've learned from Katie Jane Hughes is just commit. Like, I can clean up the wing later. So I shouldn't be worried or stressed about it. Okay, this is gonna be a smoky wing, I've decided. If I want to clean up the wing, I'm gonna grab the number 9 brush from her kit. Because this is very flat, I'm just gonna grab a little bit of the concealer and just clean up. Okay, it's very, very easy. And the wing doesn't have to look perfect. Okay, now that our little faux wing is done, I'm gonna go in with the Tower 28 Makewaves mascara. Katie's favorite, she uses it all the time, and I mean, her recommendations never steer me wrong. This is an amazing mascara, so I'm just gonna apply a few coats of this. And another thing I learned from Katie is to look down when I'm applying my mascara to avoid mascara smudges, and that works like a charm, honestly. And of course, despite using her tricks, I still smudged my mascara, so I'm just gonna wait till it dries and get the smudges off. Now, before doing the lips, I'm gonna accentuate my beauty marks. Katie does this a lot. She has beautiful beauty marks, so she's always accentuating them. I usually use my Freck because it's very long lasting, and I usually do a bit of, you know, new freckles that don't exist on my face. But for the sake of being like Katie, I'm gonna be using the brow product from Nabla and being versatile with it. And I'm just gonna go in and just accentuating my beauty marks. Now, last but not least is the lips. For the lips, she's always doing a bit of like a contour. She always has a contour product to define her lips and make them slightly bigger. She uses the Make It Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Endless Cacao a lot. I do too. And yeah, she just lines and this color does the rest. She really accentuates her cupids though. So I'm gonna do that as well. And just below, so that we get a little bit more of that pout. Something that she does a lot is use her blush on her lips for monochrome looks. So I'm gonna be doing the exact same, grabbing the same Danessa Myricks blush, a little bit with the finger. And applying that to the lips, and that looks gorgeous. The little bit of lip balm that I still had on really helped. And Katie is a really big fan of like a more blurred lip, so doing something like this, it gives you a bit more freedom. I'm gonna clean up around the lip area because I did get a little messy. Okie dokie, so here is the final look. I feel covered enough, even though I didn't really use a lot, but I think it looks very beautiful. My skin looks very, very healthy, which is part of the, you know, Katie Jane Hughes magic, I'm guessing. I am obsessed with it, actually. What do you guys think? I feel good. The Katie Jane Hughes magic has been done to my face, and I feel like a queen, honestly. I knew her techniques worked. I just hadn't tried them on my face, and now that I have, I'm convinced, especially with the eyebrow thing, which I thought was going to be tedious, but it totally wasn't. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you enjoy Katie Jane Hughes' technique? Do you like her makeup? I know that she does a lot of different looks. She has very dramatic looks, very natural looks. You can recreate any look from her and it's guaranteed to be a success. I just took like a mix of a lot of the looks that I see her do more often, and a lot of them follow the same like roadmap of doing, you know, the cheeks, cleaning up with concealer, doing a little something on the the eye. It's a mixture of a lot of techniques and looks that I've seen her do. I just, you know, picked my color and went with it. I hope this was helpful, seeing the Katie Jane Hughes techniques work on someone who has a bit of makeup knowledge, but not nearly as much as she does. So yeah, I love you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and I'll see you right here for the next one. Bye! Mwah.